Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a really hot topic, the BBC license fee debate. You know, it's been all over social media lately, and honestly, it feels like the public sentiment is shifting. We're going to explore what's going on, the feelings behind it, and what it all means for us. So, stick around and make sure to like, subscribe, and let's get into it. So, let's start with what the BBC license fee even is.
Basically, it's a fee that UK residents pay to fund the BBC, which, you know, is supposed to provide quality public broadcasting. But lately, there's been a lot of chatter about whether it's really worth it.
People are feeling like, why am I paying for this? And some even go as far as to call it a scam. I mean, that's pretty intense, right? A lot of folks have been comparing it to shopping at different grocery stores.
Like, you wouldn't pay for a premium store if you're just picking up, I don't know, a loaf of bread. It's kind of the same vibe. If you're not using the service, why pay for it? I saw some comments online that really hit home.
People are saying they only watch a couple of channels, so why should they support the whole network? It's like, if you're not getting value, you start questioning everything.
But then, on the flip side, we have to consider the importance of public broadcasting. I mean, the BBC does provide some fantastic content that you might not find anywhere else.
It's not just about news, it's documentaries, educational programs, and even entertainment that can, like, shape our culture. So there's this tug of war happening between the need for funding and the public's growing frustration.
Now, let's talk about some suggestions for change. People are throwing around ideas like maybe introducing ads or even cutting back on the salaries of high-paid executives.
It's a tough conversation because, while we want quality content, there's also that feeling of, shouldn't the people behind it be compensated fairly? It's complicated, and the public sentiment on these proposed changes seems mixed. I've been reflecting a lot on this myself. It makes me think about my own media consumption habits.
I mean, how often do I really use the BBC? What value do I place on public broadcasting in my life? It's kind of wild when you realize how much time we spend on platforms that might not even be giving back to us.
And, you know, it's okay to feel frustrated about paying for services you don't use. It's a valid emotion that many of us are experiencing. It's made me look at my own choices and think about how I prioritize my media. Like, should I be more selective, or do I need to support public broadcasting because it enriches society as a whole? So, what have I learned from all this? It's been a journey of self-discovery, honestly.
It's about balancing personal needs with societal contributions. And even though it's a tough conversation, I think it's essential to have these discussions. They help us grow, and they push us to evaluate our values. Now, let's wrap this up. I just want to say, even in the midst of all this debate, there's something positive to take away. It's great that we're talking about media, about funding, and about what we actually want from public broadcasting. It's a sign that we care, that we are engaged, and that we want to see change. So, I'm grateful for this opportunity to reflect and share. Let's keep the conversation going.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about the BBC license fee? What changes do you think should happen? Drop a comment below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep this dialogue open.